Welcome to the Chevrolet Postgame. Here now, Mike Tirico.
Last of the unbeaten to the National Football League loses, and now there are none. The New England Patriots come into Orchard Park and beat the Bills 23-20. The Bills have been 26-6 against the division since 2020, but New England announces its arrival here tonight in the Drake May era. 273 passing yards, the first career game-winning drive. Stephon Diggs, Ramondre Stevenson, big nights, and the trio is standing by with Melissa Stark.
All right, big smile. Where are the smiles, guys?
Get back to the locker room.
Don't say that. Your first start in prime time. What'd you think?
It was awesome. You know, give thanks to the good Lord. What a team win, man. These guys right here, they balled out. Defense played great, and what an atmosphere. It felt good.
You said when you're on the same page as your receivers, defenses can't stop you. What was working tonight?
Yeah, I mean, they can't stop. They couldn't stop us. You know, trying to get these guys the football and just trying to keep positive plays. But like I said, the defense played great, and you know, what a night.
Yeah, and what a night for this guy over here. Okay, so you fumble in the first half, and then you redeem yourself with the 2 touchdowns. What were you telling yourself?
I just got to keep going. I knew my team needed me to make some more plays. You know, it happened early in the game. I just knew I had to keep my head down and, you know, make a play for my team.
And what did the coaches tell you?
The same thing. They told me I was going to make a play to help us win this game.
And you did that. All right, Stephon, come on in over here. You told me before the game, I asked you your emotions. You said nostalgic. What are your emotions after the game?
I'm just so excited. Obviously, this game has a way of teaching you a lot of things. I told everybody in the beginning of the game, band together. You know what I'm saying? Lean on your brother. And I'm just so proud of these guys. You know, his first time having prime time, I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? Like it been too early in the game, shit kind of happened. Excuse my language, things kind of happen. But the way to bounce back. He's a hell of a player, you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy to be a part of this thing.
I heard you on the sidelines saying, we want more. We need more. That was your word. It was a huge night for you. Was this one personal for you?
100%. Obviously, I love those guys. Still got a good relationship with those guys. Got a lot of respect for them. But I love the game of football more. And every time I go out here, I'm trying to prove it, not only to them, but to myself. So.
And you told us that this guy right here reminds you of a young Josh Allen. Did you see those stiff arms and what this guy was doing tonight? Yeah.
He was running around. He was making plays. You can't say it didn't look Josh Allen-like, but that's Drake May.
That's awesome. One more for you guys. What kind of statement did this team make beating the only remaining undefeated team in the NFL?
We played good football. We were being us. We were part of being our identity. I don't think it's more of a statement being made. It's just more about us, not about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Trying to go in week in and week out with the right mindset. Good quarterback play, good running back play, good team ball.
And good receiver play. Congratulations, guys.
Pretty cool, Melissa. There you see up the tunnel. Mike Vrabel does this often, waits for every player. We talk about players, coaches. Players love playing for this coach. Saw that in Tennessee. With the success there, and we see it now with Drake May and what is building with this New England Patriots franchise. And this just a moment ago as he made his way all the way up the tunnel.
Great job. Yes, sir.
It's pretty cool. You know, Chris, we use that term, players coach, right? But Mike Vrabel played over 200 games in the NFL. Only 2 other coaches played over 200 games and became head coaches in the league. And when you talk to everybody around, they love playing for that guy. It's hard. It's not easy, but there's a connection. I think you're starting to see it in terms of results right now.
And you can't complain around him. There's nothing you could say. Do you think anybody got coached harder than he did by Bill Belichick and company, right? When he's on the practice field, I mean, he's out with these 300-pounders, and he's jamming them.
People back,
he is. I mean, it's a battle out there, whether he's in Tennessee, whether he's here. And when you have a guy with that sort of presence in your team, and he tells you, this is how we won those 3 Super Bowls that I was a part of.
Right.
This is how we did it. If you do this, you can do that too. What are you going to do as a player? You're 22 years old. All right, if that's what you're telling me, you go out there and do it, and you knock off the Buffalo Bills in this place. That was impressive tonight.
They're not afraid. You can see that the way they played. And their schedule, they have 3 consecutive games against 1-win teams. Stephon Diggs and the New England Patriots fly back to Foxborough with Stephon taking a memory. Came back here, played well, and greeting some of the fans, some New England fans for sure, but also one of the fans who used to cheer for him in Buffalo. It's a really cool night for him, and his comments as well were interesting as the pre- and post-game interviews with Diggs happen. Time now for your Peacock Picks of the Week. Watch the finale of Love Island games. Find out which of your favorite Islanders wins the grand prize. Then buckle up for Twisted Metal, the wild ride adapted from the hit video game series. And of course, right now you can check out Sunday Night Football Final, which is streaming only on Peacock. Terrific game here in Orchard Park. When we come back, we'll look at some of the other big stories in Week 5 in the NFL and see if I go back at Chris and hit him after he hit me on national TV. More after this.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Postgame.
Had some odd touchdowns, some wild finishes around the league, and I don't think you saw this coming. I know the Ravens are struggling with 44-10, the Texans with the win, and the Ravens most points allowed in a 5-game span in team history with all those injuries. Wild one between the Bucs and the Seahawks, two teams that came in the league together back in '76, and the Bucs do it again. Winning score in the final minute of the fourth quarter. Lions beat the Bengals, and they are up to 174 points, most points through 5 games in team history. We'll see them next Sunday night. And the other undefeated to start the week who fell at home, the Eagles, the Super Bowl champs, losing to Denver. 18 unanswered points in the fourth quarter as Philly loses at home for the first time in over a year. And Bo Nix also in this draft class. Chris, big part of the story, so strong down the stretch. 9 of 10 in the fourth quarter as Denver erased a 17-3 deficit. Outscored Philly 18-0 in that fourth quarter.
Sometimes it's great to be young and less smart. I'm not going to say young and dumb. That was me when I played. But you know what I mean? They don't know any better. They don't know you can't come into Buffalo and win this game. They didn't know you couldn't go into Philadelphia and knock those guys off. But some of the names from this weekend, Indy, New England, San Francisco, Tampa.
Yes.
I mean, it is starting to get interesting. And every year we go through this. We had the teams that we all liked in preseason, and this team's going to repeat and do all that. And then all of a sudden, here comes a few of these new teams, and coaches like Mike Vrabel can make you believe. And you could tell this team believed they could win.
And coaches like Sean Payton, too, as these guys played the game that's one of the worst spots in the league. Monday night game, then you've got to go on the road. You've got to go on the road and play early at Philly, and they're down big, and they hung in there. And same draft class as Drake May, Bo Nix, and we saw Jaden Daniels play well earlier today as well. Caleb Williams and the Bears at 2-2, all part of that draft class. The joy and celebration you saw out here on the field with the Patriots and Mike Vrabel as well in the locker room a moment ago.
Okay, game ball, Diggs, there you go. Hey, we talked all week, buddy. We were either going to block one. I didn't know we were going to make one, but we made it.
And there's that smile from Mike Vrabel, right? And they're smiling in the Motor City with the Lions at 4-1. We'll look ahead to next Sunday night. The Lions visit Travis, Patrick, and the Chiefs as we continue here on NBC.
Welcome back to the Chevrolet Postgame.
When it comes to innovation, these two don't play by the book. They rewrite it.
Don't sweat the technique.
Detroit, mixing grit with deception. And in KC, the magic is in the mayhem.
Come on.
So on Sunday night, the exceptional is the rule.
Beat the technique.
Lions, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football.
Lions winning in Cincinnati against the Bengals today. Jared Goff, 19 of 23 in that game. He's completed 3 out of every 4 passes, leading the league there, leading the league in touchdowns. He and Patrick Mahomes have had a couple of terrific games head-to-head, and we'll see them again on Sunday night. The Chiefs play tomorrow night against Jacksonville. What are your first thoughts about next week?
I always think back to where we first see our schedule, right?
Yep.
And you speed dial it, and you go right down the list, and you go, oh, Kansas City, Detroit. That was a really good one. We're going to enjoy that one. But it's just because Jared Goff and what he's been able to do, the transition from L.A. to becoming a superstar in Detroit is a crazy story. Now Chris Jones waits. Now Steve Spagnuolo waits, and it's just one of those tremendous matchups that we get a chance to do 3 or 4 like this a year, and we're as excited as everybody else is.
Can't wait for it. And I'm excited to watch Kansas City tomorrow night. On Monday night, they play Jacksonville. Jaguars, another one of those teams. They could get to 4-1 with a win. Another team people haven't seen much of. It'd be fun to watch that.
And that one, they get to go on my list.
On the Chris list.
That's exactly right.
We told you earlier the story of the baby who the mom goes into labor, but the Bills are coming back in week 1, so they wait after her water breaks and all that stuff.
Oh, no.
Baby's born. Well, she was watching, and Josie not having the best night. That is a picture of Josie after the game, watching. They're from here, live in Chicago, originally from here, lifelong Bills fans. So Josie's sitting. She's upset that the Bills have lost for the first time in her life.
Yeah, it's sort of like you when the Tigers lose. Same sort of thing.
Tigers lost tonight. I didn't tear up once. Tomorrow on Today, you know the footballs you see? There's a great town in Ohio where they make the Wilton footballs. And Kaylee Hartung went there to check it out, and that is the story, the up-close look at the entire process of creating the official NFL Game Day ball. That is tomorrow morning on Today, right here on NBC. Our final score tonight from Western New York, the Patriots come in and beat the Bills 23-20. Coming up next, except on the West Coast, the good folks who bring you your local news on a Sunday night. Thanks to Rob Hyland, Drew Esikoff, our awesome Sunday night football team, Terry McCauley, Melissa Stark, my partner Chris Collinsworth, all of us here at NBC, Mike Tirico. Thanks for joining us. See you next week from KC for Sunday Night Football. Good night.
NBC Sports, celebrating its 20th season of Sunday Night Football. Thank you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.